All right, so today we're going to go ahead. Hello, Tanjuri. Thank you for meeting with me today. I know we had a recent observation, so let's go ahead and talk about today what approaches you take to create a positive classroom environment.
Okay, I'm glad we got the opportunity to meet today, Coach Fair. Um, I have 11th grade. I'm a co-teacher, and in our classroom there is a mix of students, general ed population of about 17 students, and then I have my exceptional ed, special ed students. Uh, there are 7. So the total in that class is about 27 students. And so one of the first things that um, myself and my co-teacher, we stand outside of our door each morning to greet them. So as they're transitioning in the hallway and coming into the classroom, you know, I'm on one side, she's on the other side. We both say good morning and we say their name. And that goes a long way with establishing a relationship with the students. Able to provide that differentiation, that goes a long way with interaction with students because they feel like they're getting what they need. They're not stressed. Um, they're not overly concerned because they have it in a format that fits their style and a format that they're comfortable with. So that helps a lot with those positive interactions. I think when students feel like they have what they need to learn and be successful, we got them on a routine. They understand what they're doing. Um, they're positive, they're upbeat. Even if they come in with an issue, either I or the co-teacher, will stop and say, "Hey, what's going on with you?" At the door, we stop them at the door, or we may say, "Hey, can I speak to you for a minute?" And we step outside, or we have call them up to the desk and have like a little brief. I notice, hey, you not yourself today. You good? And
Mm-hmm.
they want to tell us. They'll tell us. If they don't, they don't.
Right. Just going back over what I heard you say was your positive classroom environment consists of a structured routine where students can stay on task when completing assignments. You get to know the students' names because they do well when they can see that, oh, my teacher actually took the time out to get to know me and my name. And then you also go in and you take this time out to learn the different learning styles of each one of your students. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and so with the positive classroom environment, you incorporate differentiation where you do meet the needs of your students and they're confident in the assignments they get because they have an individualized plan that specifically fits what they need. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is there an area where you feel that we can enhance some of the classroom environment? Let's just say when we're having those behavioral issues.
Yes, so I do have a SPED student. He does have his disability is emotional behavior disorder. So we are extremely cognizant of how we approach him, word choice, if we get certain body language from him, we kind of leave him be. So
Mm-hmm.
I do need some guidance on um, some other ways to preserve, for lack of a better word, the learning environment again, so he's not disrupted to the other 23 students.
I'm hearing you say that um, with this particular student, uh, to preserve the, let's just say, integrity of the classroom so that all the students could benefit from the instructional time, that if this particular student is not making a big fuss or is not making, too many sounds or not interrupting the classroom, that, if he does have work in front of them, he's not doing it, but he's quiet, then you tend to kind of not bother him. Is
That's
that
correct. That's correct. If I could just get some type of guidance on where to go with this student to at least get them to be more, participate in the classroom discussions.
hmm
I know he would benefit from that.
Have you considered letting those students and even the students that we're talking about who is not participating as much use their technology to go in and create a study guide for themselves, meaning they can take the questions and the answers. Even though they're surfing the web, they're creating a digital study guide. Have you considered using your technology in that aspect so that they don't spend as much time on the game?
No, I have not. That seems like an excellent idea. That's something that I'm willing to try.
I know technology can be a bit much, but you can also use the technology to your advantage. And that is one way, because kids like to surf the web anyway, but you can use it to your advantage of them actually surfing the web in order to create something that is going to benefit them. And it's also keeping them on task with the information that they currently need to look at anyway. For this session, let's just recap when we talked about positive interactions. And we did cover what you're currently doing, which is learning the students' names, greeting them as they come into the classroom, and getting to know their learning styles. You're doing whole group differentiation where you're meeting the needs of each of your students by creating an individualized plan for them. All right, and we do know, or we did note, that there are some behaviors that some students present that we want to improve upon. And by doing that, we're going to try and implement a strategy of that student or any student, especially using their technology piece, to help them stay on task and create instead of just getting playing a game, to actually create a digital study guide that will also promote remediation and also help them when it comes to their quizzes or any formative assessment. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So let's look at that information. I know we have another coaching session. So when we come back to that coaching session again, let's talk about how that implementation went. And then let's also talk about your formative assessment piece, because you'll still have some data from that meeting that we get ready to go to on next week.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. You're doing a great job, Jury, and keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Thank you, Coach Fair.
No problem.